Happy Tuesday. My life got a lot more happy and fruitful when I started to stick to my guns when it comes to my value system. And this is interesting because I was listening to one of Mike Matthews. Check out Muscle for Life. His stuff's good. He's got a lot of podcasts on there where he has great people from other fields, you know, where he has them on and they discuss topics. And so this kind of got me thinking, because there was a gentleman on there. You look for Mike Matthews and look for his, you can search it in YouTube, Mike Matthews, and just Google or go into YouTube, same thing, and put Mike Matthews Navy SEAL. And there's a Navy SEAL that he interviewed. And in this interview, the Navy SEAL is talking about how he went to college and got his MBA and all that stuff, and he was working in Wall Street, but the behavior and the values of the people and the dishonesty and everything was getting to him. And even though he was making all this money, you know, it didn't resonate with who he was. He couldn't continue to be there in that atmosphere because it wasn't making him feel whole. It wasn't making him feel like he was living within his, ethical guidelines or ethical standards. And what I have found is when we sacrifice our values and we deal with people or situations that don't resonate with who we are, that holds us back in life. And I'm not coming at things from a financial perspective here. I'm coming at things from a perspective of joy and happiness. Like I say on the videos, ideas to help you create happiness in your life. So happiness doesn't only have to do with money. And from my, my own myopic view, I'm not thinking about money when I'm thinking about that, because I've had a lot of money and been miserable, and I've had no money and been totally ridiculously happy. So, you have to ask yourself what your value system is. And the people whose behavior shows you that they don't go with your value system, you got to get those people away from you. And see, I like what this gentleman was saying, because he had this high-paying job, and you see this over and over again, these people that are like, well, I need to be here because I need to pay my bills. No, you don't. That's a choice. And you also have to ask yourself, are those bills, this is a whole other video, but are those bills something that you've created, to whereas if you step back and didn't create all these bills or try to get these bills taken care of, maybe you wouldn't be in a financial, situation where you have to sacrifice who you are to make money. See, it's a process that just peels us away from who we really are over time. And you see that with the statistics in this country. I mean, all over the world, of people that are in occupations that make them miserable. People that are around people on a daily basis that make them miserable so they can make money, or so they can be, perceived as like this higher person, this political game of, oh, well, so I can get ahead, I'll sacrifice my values to be around people that aren't good people, and I'll sacrifice my reputation because I'm hanging around these people. All that stuff begins to compile over a period of time, and then, what are you left with? A bad reputation. You feel bad about yourself. It's a false happy. It's not a real happy if it doesn't resonate with who you are. Now, again, this is, as I've said in other videos, this doesn't pertain to the people that aren't good people. This channel is for people that are good people. If you're not a good person, you don't want to hear this stuff. I'm warning you right now, because I don't speak in a way, and I don't talk about topics that are, for jealous people, to promote jealousy, to promote, doing wrong to people, to promote not putting your kids first, to promote not putting your partner first, not putting your values, good nurturing, fruitful values, high on your standards list. This channel is not for you if that's the direction that you want to go in the negative. It's not. This is all about positive, and this is all about creating real happiness where you are happy because the people that are around you are happy. You do things in your life that create happiness for everyone involved, not just yourself. No one else is losing. Everyone is gaining in a positive manner. That's what we talk about on this channel. So you have to put your values first. And I was having a conversation with another friend actually prior to this conversation yesterday, and we were going back and forth about how the friends list and the real friends in our lives. As we've gotten older, I've known this gentleman a long time. You begin, as you get older, you begin to recognize it isn't about what people say. It's about their behavior and their habits. And the way that I am now, money or not, because I'm not putting money first. Do I need to take care of my family? Do I need to, handle my responsibilities? Yes. But I care more about being a good, solid, role model and individual for my son. That's number one. So you have to ask yourself, is it more important for you to sacrifice these values and be around people who don't necessarily make you feel good about yourself in order to get this revenue or get this, political or power gain or more, fame or, be, recognized by more people? If that's your thing, great. Get off this channel. But if your thing is about having genuine people around you, and let me go right back to that. Sorry, I kind of went off. Him and I were talking about how we see now that all these people aren't really your friend. All these people don't really care about you. A lot of the time, these people are what I like to call looky-loos. They're just checking you out, seeing what's going on. Are they really rooting for you? It's questionable because their behavior doesn't show that. And I've done another video where I talk about you as an individual. You need to be mindful of the reality that if you want good quality, high level people in your life, you're going to have to be genuine and you're going to have to support other people. And if you don't feel that way about someone, then maybe you shouldn't be dealing with them. If there's children that are watching this video and young people, hey, when you're young, it's okay to have these, to play these games because you're learning, you're growing, you're trying to figure out what it is, what your value system is, but at approaching 40, my age, I don't play those games anymore. If you don't align with my value system, I don't want to work with you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to deal with you because I want my days to be happy. I don't want, our days are numbered. We don't know when we're out here. So I don't want my last day to be on a job where I'm like, oh gosh, I got to work around this person or I got to deal with these kind of people that I don't really want to be around. What am I thinking about? This doesn't resonate with who I am, but I'm only here to make this money. What kind of mindset am I projecting into my child living like that? Saying, hey son, it's cool, go work a job you hate and be around people you don't like all day and people that don't like you just so you can make money. I'm escorting my son, I'm escorting him into a life of unhappiness. A life of feeling like he can't flourish within himself, be himself, and let his light shine out into the world. Because that's what this is all about, folks. That happiness is that. That's part of the happiness. Is that all of it? No. But part of that happiness is, knowing that, oh, I have this value system and I live within this value system in every area of my life. Are there times you're gonna have to sacrifice? That's your decision. Me, I don't feel like I want to sacrifice that stuff anymore. I've done it. It made me miserable. It led to other problems in my life and more unhappiness in my life. So me, I'm the kind of individual, I don't sit on the fence when it comes to values. If you aren't in my value system, as far as like your stuff, you may talk to me or deal with me, or say hello or something like that, or have like a back and forth with me very quickly. But you're not my friend. You're not part of my inner circle, and you're not part of like the people that I consider someone to go to for life advice or anything like that. I don't want bad advice from someone that doesn't have the same value system as me. I don't want it. I just don't want it. I'll find someone that has my value system to collect ideas from. That's just the way it is. We're getting older, folks. You know, to the people that I know that are, you know, my age and the people I grew up with, we ain't kids no more. You know, I wouldn't have said this stuff 20 years ago. I wouldn't have said this stuff 10 years ago. You know, I wouldn't have said this stuff 5 years ago. But it's a new day. Happy Tuesday.